my friend John.
Well, Jeff, heard a lot of good things about you. Where'd you find this son of a bitch?
He's a friend of mine from school.
A friend?
How can you act like that?
Shut up!
Okay.
That'll make sense later.
It'll make sense later. All right. Now, this clip has just gone viral over the past couple of days.
On Twitter, I believe.
Now, this was apparently originally posted 7 days ago and has now been completely removed from the internet. It's an interview.
Well, it's not. It's on Twitter.
No, not this
clip. You
clip.
mean the original thing?
The original, it was an interview that was posted 7 days ago. This is, I could be incorrect, but this is what I've been told.
Okay.
And it was removed. And it's an interview in Chinese about a U.S. Army recruiter who is currently active duty here in America, in the Army, okay? And it says there's staff sergeant in the United States Army and all that kind of stuff. Okay. So let's take a look at what he has to say before we discuss this, all right? It says, yeah, I'm from Shenyang, a Shenyang native guy.
沈阳人，地道的沈阳人。部队是每月给我500块钱的额外的语言。
Just play it.
Well,
audio can come later.
Well, I mean, we should
very-
probably
yeah.
explain it. Let's explain it along the way, okay? It says the troop gave me $500 a month extra as a foreign language proficiency bonus
唯一会说中
because I'm the only one who can speak Chinese.
国话的人。现在呢，我的工资能
It says now I can make about $10,000 a month.
达到1万块左右。我退休的话，应该在40。
It should be about, I should be around 47 if I want to retire. He's obviously talking about
7
age.
岁退休，应该会拿到5500到
I should be able to get a pension of about 5,500 to 6,000.
6000左右。
Okay, and now this is another part of the interview.
对，这个帽子很有特色。
It's like, oh, that's a very unique
是
hat.
是，只有在德州人才有。这不是发，这已经属于这。
Yeah, it's only in Texas. Texas, huh? Has that got to do with Houston, maybe? Probably not.
No,
But anyway, just saying. Okay.
一买叫 Stetson，叫 First Cap，就是这个东西。当兵真的不难，因为
It's like being a soldier isn't hard because it's just a
它
job.
是一份工作，我们谈不上什么国家的高度，什
You don't need to talk about country
么忠诚度或怎样，就是
or any loyalty.
它只是一份工作。
It's just a job. I'm going to stop it there and just say that's not true.
Not in the U.S. military, I don't believe.
In any military in the
Yeah,
entire
true,
world.
true.
Imagine you're in China and you're like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah, if you're like,
being
I
a
don't-
soldier, you
not
don't
loyal
have,
to
yeah,
China.
no, you don't have to be loyal. This loyalty's not a thing. Anyway, let's move on.
对吧？你不管是给谁打工，
No matter who
都是
you
一份
work
工
for
作谁都会给你发一份工资，这样。
It's just a job, and whoever will pay you.
手机也是可以随便在
So the interviewer asks, cell phones are allowed to be used freely in the army?
部队里面玩的，
对，随便可以的。
Yes, freely you can.
它没有什么管控，
No regulation, no limitations.
或者
没有什么管控
没有什么限制。
对，不用当兵。
None. Says, in 11 years as a soldier, the U.S. Army has never emphasized how China is bad. And this is the positive thing I can take out of
Yeah,
this
it's good.
interview, is it's true. You know, there isn't this stigmatism where you have to,
No.
you know.
Everyone's welcome.
Yeah, exactly.
将近11年，美军没有强调过中国政策怎么样，中国不好，从来我都是从来没有听说过。
没听说过
我从来没
Never
有
heard
听说
about
过。
就是思想方面，他不会去
思想上他
They never indoctrinate you into in that ideology, which is
灌
good.
输你什
他
么东西。
从来没有跟我说中国不好，怎么样。
Yeah, never told me
美军
China's
从来
bad.
没给我就是属于教育过我是那样。这韩国嘛，离中国近嘛。
Based in Korea, close to China. So we all know that South Korea has military bases. He's like, so
就是而且部队还有很多
the army usually gives you 4-day vacations.
4天假期，比如说感觉过节了，
Let's say it's going to be a holiday.
周五、周六、周日、周一
Monday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday are
是
off.
放假的，你完全你可
You can absolutely buy a plane ticket and return to China without reporting it.
以不在不通报的情况下就回国买张机票。
那边问我，就是如果说某一天
So then the question is, what would you do if the US and China went to war someday?
美国和中国打仗，我该怎么做？第一个，如果说美国和中国打仗，我认为就不现实，因为美国和中国都属
So it's like, I don't think that they would go to war. They're both powerful countries.
于强大的国家，如果真打仗的话，处于核
If they went to war, the nuclear
武
weapons
器
would
啊
be
各
used.
方面的会用上，就是也会变成第三次世界大战，
Might turn into World War III.
所以说我认为它不会发生的。
So I don't think it'll happen. Fair enough.
真假如说发生了打仗
If the war does happen,
了，那我的前提
I will definitely quit the US Army.
一定会退出美军这样，我也
I also won't be joining the Chinese
不
army.
会加入到中国统一，我拿的是美。
because I'm taking my American citizenship. That's the only reason why.
国籍，我也不会再
And I wouldn't serve in the U.S. Army again.
至于实际在美国军队里面，我会保持一个中立的。
I will maintain a neutral attitude.
但如果说
Let's say other Chinese people need help.
假如说有什么其他中国人需要帮助的话，我一定尽我的努力来
I'll do my best to help our Chinese.
帮助中国人。这是我的实力。
That's
我
my
不会
thought.
帮助美，
I would never help the U.S.
我也不会帮助
I would never help the U.S. against China.
美国打中国。当然前提是我也
Of
不会
course,
帮
the
助中国
premise is
来
that I wouldn't help China against the U.S. Okay, so there's a lot.
Couple
to unpack.
positives,
Yeah.
couple negatives. I would have preferred to have seen the whole thing, by the way, but that has been removed.
It's
That's
been
what's
removed.
going around on Twitter.
Yeah.
This is the biggest problem in the beginning, is what he says, is that it's not about loyalty.
Yeah.
When you can literally go on the U.S. Army website, bear true faith and allegiance to the U.S. Constitution, the Army, your unit, and other soldiers. Bearing true faith and allegiance is a matter of believing in and devoting yourself to something or someone.
Yeah.
Loyalty, and it's one of the tenements of the U.S. Army.
Yeah. Here's the thing. This is absolutely
Tenets, sorry.
flabbergasting to me. Okay. I grew up in South Africa where everybody was part of the military. And only a year before I turned 18, conscription ended. So my uncles, my father, many of my friends were all in the military. It's a very military based thing. I understand how military normally works. And what this guy has demonstrated here is how compromised and weak the U.S. Army is. Okay? Number one, how is it that you're allowing a citizen from a country that's not got your best interests at heart to, first of all, be working in the army, all right? Using a cell phone freely wherever he goes, being able to hop in and out of China without reporting it. That's what he said himself. I mean, what if you're on a very sensitive training mission that's got something to do with maneuvers around China, you know? It's got something to do with that. And you
I
just
assume there's different clearance at different levels for different
I mean,
positions.
yeah, but
obviously.
you're part of the military. You're
Yeah,
part.
but you don't have access to everything that the military
Of course
does.
not. But you see,
It's not black and white like that.
it's might not be black and white like that. But if you're part of a unit, if you're over there at the base and you can see how many troops are there, you can see what ships are there, what planes are there, what's going on. You just hop on over into China. Oh, we're busy doing this, you know, and this is where we are, and this is how many people are there, and it looks like something's brewing or whatever. You can, you know, the levels obviously, but the fact that you can do that without reporting, and the fact that you'll just quit if the
Based on what
war
he said,
starts.
by the
Yes,
way. We
of
don't know if
course.
that's true or not.
Yeah, no, but that's what he's saying.
Yeah.
And what you have to understand is the reason why I said this shows how weak and compromised the U.S. Army is because he's saying that to a Chinese audience. He's saying it in Chinese. Now, the whole of China can watch that and say like, piece of cake. All right, everybody can just use a cell phone there. They don't teach loyalty. It's just a paycheck. It's easy money. You can get retirement. You get benefits, whatever it is. And you don't have to be loyal. You can just quit and then help China, but not help America, not help the U.S. against China. I mean, that's the whole point of joining the military, right? If you are part of the military unit, like you say, loyalty is a massively important part of this, right? But on top of that, you can't just quit. That's called deserting, you know? But the idea that you can, I'll just quit, it's not correct.
I'll just have dessert.
Yeah,
This,
exactly.
by the way, this was put up by the Great Translation Move. I forgot to shout them out.
Yeah.
Go back to that real quick. I wanted to give the ads. This is a really cool account.
Yes,
And what
as
they
you can
do
see.
is it's a group of Chinese people that translate all this media in China that's like not meant to leave Chinese borders
Yeah.
and put it out there on the English speaking internet.
Yeah.
So it's very hard working Chinese people that are making sure that everyone gets to see a fair image of China.
Yeah.
Which is really cool. You can follow them at
TGTM
TGTM_official.
Yeah.
They're great accounts.
Absolutely. Go check them out and follow them on X, formerly known as Twitter. But this whole scenario just beggars belief for me. How are they filming him at his job? He's active military,
Yeah.
while he's telling them that he won't support the U.S. and he won't be loyal to the U.S.
Yeah, this is nonsense.
I mean, he's a
it'd be interesting
recruiter.
to see what this whole story was, but it looks like it was for some sort of Chinese language media.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting if that was meant for like mainland China audience, like
Yeah.
like for a state media thing.
Yeah.
That would be really interesting.
No, you're absolutely right. We don't have all the facts surrounding this,
Sure.
but it's just infuriating the things he was saying.
Hey, all we do, by the way, anyway, as we show you what's going around on the internet about China, these are 2 viral clips that have been going around. Hopefully we'll get an update on this.
Yeah, hopefully there will be an update, because if this is true and if it is the way he's saying it is, this is unacceptable.
Yeah.
It's like I said, it's just showing weakness, and it's showing just how compromised everything is. I mean, the guy, if he's a recruiter, what is he? You know, when you recruit someone into the army, you're recruiting somebody because you want them to put their life on the line for the country, right? How are you as a recruiter saying you'll just quit if things get bad, or you'll just quit if
It's
like
not
things?
a good look.
It's not a good look. It's like a driving instructor who doesn't know how to drive, teaching you how to drive a car. You know what I mean? You have to lead by example.
Yeah, these priorities are not good.
Yeah, that just really ticked me off.
We'll see what happens.
We'll update you guys if anything.
Apparently big on the Taiwanese internet as well.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, because I know Taiwanese soldiers have to not pledge loyalty, but say that they'll cooperate with the U.S. in time of conflict, right?
Yeah.
It's common. So it's kind of interesting. I think this would get a lot of interest in the Taiwanese military community for them to see something like this.
I'd say so. Yeah.
I personally have faith in the American military, and I know a lot of super hardworking people. I do not. I think it's an overstatement to say weak and compromised. In fact, I think it's slightly offensive, but that's your opinion. I think it is not compromised, nor is it weak. I think this is a low priority position, and a guy said things that he shouldn't say, and he's wrong.
Correct.
And he's absolutely wrong.
Yes, but you got to listen to what I said. Is this guy's making the army
look like that?
Weak and compromised, because
to China,
and the entire world, because now this is going viral, right?
Sure.
So the whole world's looking at this and saying, like, what? Like, what the hell? Like, so a Chinese national who's not even a U.S. citizen can be getting a paycheck and benefits from the military, while at the same time saying that he won't be loyal and he won't help the U.S. if there is a conflict, and he'll help Chinese
You don't need to reiterate that.
You know what I'm saying? This is my point. I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm trying to say this, knowing how military normally operates, this shocked me that this could be even said.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is, in my mind, like anywhere else in the world, if you were to go out and say something like this, you'd be facing a court-martial.
True.
You know? Oh yeah, we wanted to talk about loyalty for a minute. We think that our friend here, the recruiter, needs to maybe listen to a little bit of Dragon Sound. What do you think?
Dragon Sound.
Let's take a look. Dragon Sound. It's the Xiaoban Ho 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 holiday sale.
Xiaoban Ho is our Monday show where we get up to some serious shenanigans. It's a full episode every single Monday, and if you like the China show, you'll like this even more.
For the holiday season, get locked in now to get a Xiaoban Ho subscription for half price.
Wow, so good.
You get 4 episodes every single month right after they finish airing live, as well as access to the entire 100-plus episode backlog of your favorite Monday show.
Great. Current full-price Xiaoban Ho members will be upgraded to Xiaoban Ho Live, where you can still see Xiaoban Ho Live, participate in the stream, have your questions answered, and choose the next topic.
It's up to you what you want, but either way, it's the best time to get on board, and it's definitely what you want, I assure.
This is definitely what you want, I assure.